Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Roberto Rodriguez, and I'm the general manager. I want to welcome you to our inauguration of our new company. It's called RAB, acronym, stands for Repairing Adolescent Broken Bridges. And I just want to welcome you and thank you for coming tonight. And just to give you an overview of the company, how we actually have a fusion of the classical approach and a little bit of more the human resources approach. It's team. So we want to just to incorporate and give you how we broke it down and just use both approaches so we can have sort of rules and then at the same time we promote team. So our basic thing, we're located in the Bronx and it's a newly constructed 6-story building and it's a private furnished bedroom with bathrooms on each floor for each bedroom. We have 24-hour surveillance and security available. And there's 4 managers, which you'll meet the other 3 later on in the presentation. We do live on site with our families, so that gives the people we're serving, the students, the population, 24-hour accessibility, so they can contact us any time of the day for any emergency or any troubleshooting, so there's always somebody available. Our program accepts boys and girls between the ages of 14 to 19. That's the target age. We decided to target that age because this is an age that is a transition into adulthood. So we know is where they have the most difficulties. By our own experiences, and obviously most of us are parents, and we know that this is a stage that they need the most counseling and coaching through. So we chose this, and we house a total of 12 students in the building because it's a very small building, so it's an intimate setting. So we can start small and then grow big. It does include room and board for the students. There is a qualification. We have questionnaires, and they have to. It's not just any runaway. You have to have a certain qualification per the situation they're in, whether it's being thrown out of the house or having issues, runaway, but that we'll get into later on in the presentation. And we help troubled teenagers. They transition into adulthood, like I said earlier. So this is what we target, this area of their life. And we also have activities. They include sports, fitness, arts, tutoring, counseling, organizational classes that help them refocus in school. Because most of these troubled teens, obviously school's in the back burner is not something big for them. So we want to get them back on track and focused again. And we also have finance workshops and grooming, which is very important. Obviously everything starts with self. You know, if you can't take care of yourself, then you're gonna neglect yourself and everything around you. So you seem to take less value for anything around you, so it starts with self and it's grooming and where you present yourself and throughout the daily and so much more. Next. Our purpose. We ensure teenagers graduate from high school or at least get their GED, because we know that not all kids are young adults going into their older adulthood are actually geared or focused on school. So we either promote them if they're currently in high school to push through and finish and get their high school or get their GED. And obviously we encourage them to go to college, but we do understand that not everybody is built for college and not everybody really is actually thinking about that. So then accomplishing it on its own is just graduating from high school. So we also promote for them to take a trade, a trade school. And then this is where their skills come in. Some women, let's say for the ladies, they might be specializing in fixing hair, braiding hair, cutting hair. So we help them get certified, and then maybe they can start their own beautician sometime in the future. The guys, they might like, dealing with cars, and they can become certified mechanics, and we help them with job placements. And this is where we connect that and explore their interests, because we keep them interested into the same topic that they actually, the field that they want to work in. So that leads us to a healthy lifestyle through exercise and nutrition, which we do provide and promote throughout a daily basis in our facility. We teach them to be organized in every aspect of their lives, meaning, from the moment they wake up till what they do throughout their day, up until preparing, going to sleep and preparing for the next day. So this is training them we also have training for their other older parts of adulthood that it kind of hits them like a big responsibility. So, we just give them a little snapshot of what's coming on. So we train them in finances, which we have one of our other managers that she'll elaborate on the training of the finances. And we also have counseling services and referrals available, which I will give the floor to my next manager, and then they'll elaborate on all those topics later on. Next. And now I leave you here with my next our project manager, and I'll step aside.
Good. Hi, my name is Janet Guzman. and I'm the project manager of RAP. I will be managing the company in reference to organizing it, but also teaching our students how to be organized in every aspect of their life. In our facility, they're going to have their rooms. Next, please. And that room is what it looks like. Usually teenagers have a mess. And our focus, can you hit is for them to have a room that looks organized, because we feel that they start small. And not only teaching them how to organize their bedrooms, but their book bags. I'm also going to be teaching them their drawers. It's simple, but it's things that, if they start off early and they start with little things, when they get to the bigger projects, it's not going to be a problem. I'm also going to be teaching them how to time manage. Very important. Our students, they're going to be either in school, they're going to be in trade school, they're going to be working, or just getting a training. And we're going to have full activities for them. So they'll go out and get their training on the work, but when they come back to the home, which is going to be our facility, there's going to be a schedule of things. We're also, we're going to implement sit-down dinners, and we're going to talk about their days. And I'm going to be helping them with their schedules. Sometimes we put too much on our plate, and it gets overwhelming. So schedules, time management, all comprised with the organization piece is going to help them just become better organized. So that's going to be my main function. And we're also going to add something that I myself use. It's called, click it. It's called the Dream Book. And what this does is it helps them organize their dreams, hopes, and desires. They're all going to get a book like this. And the tabs could be from action required, business ideas, dreams, beliefs, finances, and goals. Over here for this demonstration, I only put 5. And so basically the actions is just things that they have to get done. It could be homework. It could be a doctor's appointment. It could be, I have to take this test. I have to do this training. So that's going to be what this is for. The second one is beliefs. We believe that belief system is very important. And when we grow up, we could be Christians, we could be Muslims, we could have different religion background or religion belief, but it starts with a belief system. And they change. As you're getting educated and you're growing and we live in a diverse, Bronx. I'm trying to say the Bronx County, in the city, the state, the country. And we want to promote that. In our organization, we want everyone to feel that they belong. Not that because I have this religion, I don't fit in. Everyone is going to fit in. Dreams, very important. Everything starts with a dream. And in this section, they'll write whatever it is when money is not an option. Because every time we dream of something, we start saying, I don't have the money, I don't have the resources, I don't know how to do it. But in this section, we're going to promote them, you write it down. And we'll start finding our resources and finding out how they can get to their dreams. The next one is finances. We have a finance manager, and she's going to be helping them with the financial part of it. But in this section, they will put, some of them are going to have cell phones. What it is to pay your cell phone. You can't always buy what you want. And our teenagers, we find in our research that we did, that they just, I just want what I want. As you're growing older, sometimes you have to pay your bills first. It's not about, I want the latest sneakers. And the last one is goals. And what are goals? We have short-term goals and long-term goals. 6 months, where do I see myself in a year? Where do I see myself in 5 years? Where do I see myself in 10 years? So, and with this, I intend to meet with the students once a month, because this changes. As a teenager, as an adult is growing, if you're growing, you're changing. Change is part of growth, and we're going to promote that. I'm going to introduce you now to our financial manager with that component.
Well done. Well done. Good evening, Professor Johnson, and good evening, classmate. My name is Betty Robinson, and I'm the financial component for RAP. I'm the financial manager. I help with the help of the general manager and the project. After they sign off on the checks, we do our debit and credits for the company, all the purchases, everything that goes on paper. I will oversee it and overlook that second look to make sure that our funds are being diverted in the right place. But as far as today, you always end up with 2 jobs. So my next job definitely is helping the children learning how to manage their finance. I would teach them how to shop wisely, which I had a flyer, excuse me, because I believe in specials. I always look through the papers and look for specials. Any kind of special, Macy's have 10% off if you want clothing, coupons, sometimes they double the coupons. So we want to teach them how to save. Like I said to my team, clothing is always going to be the last option. It's not important to worry about the new sneakers that are out, the name brand shoes and all that stuff. We're going to focus on food, things that we need to survive, shelter. When you work with your money, how do you budget your money to make sure you can pay your bills, you can feed yourself, you can wash your clothes. First, that's necessity, then other things will follow behind that. And also being that I work in the banking system, I've been working in the banking system for over 20 years. I know definitely about bank accounts. I know that you have to have a savings account, because I also noticed that a lot of people don't have an account in the bank. They would rather go to a check cashing place and give them a certain amount of percentage of their money to cash a check than other to open a bank account. So I'm going to teach them the importance of a bank account, savings account, checking, how to write a check, how you pay the check, payable to whoever you're going to make it payable to for your bills, and make deposits and withdrawals. But the Banking Institute also is a financial institute that has other investments. You can invest in your IRA later on for retirement. You can invest in annuities. You can open up life insurance. And then sometimes later down the line, little things come up. You can go into your life insurance and withdraw some of the money and take a loan instead of getting a credit card or a debit card. I'm going to teach them definitely how to pay their bills on time. I am a stickler for paying bills on time. With our project manager being on schedule, bills are definitely going to be on time. Your cell phone, because they don't have too much responsibilities. But in our project, we will make them maybe pay like a little rent. We will give them little tickets and say, this is a certain amount for rent, this is that. You're going to have to come and bring it to me on time. The use of the ATM and debit card, which it connects to your checking account, which a lot of people don't know. This is the biggest trouble a lot of people can get into, because you do three things with a debit card. You have a checking account that you can write checks, you can use it and take money out of the automatic teller machine, and you could go online and make purchases. So this account, the checking account attached to the ATM card, is the hardest thing to manage, but if you do it wisely, it can be done. And the credit score, very important. I don't think it's necessary for them to have credit cards too early, because this is what happens. It messes up your credit score. When you go to these stores and you want to get a Macy's card, yeah, you start here and there, but later on down the line, it can cause problems. So we're going to learn how not to get into trouble with your credit score, because it's very important for the future in case you want to purchase a home or a car. Then also, like we said, once they're on their road in education and they decide they want to go to college, I will help them fill out their financial aid for college and look at the best schools and giving them the best rates. And if you become outstanding students, you get scholarships or awards. So we're going to look into all of that. And what is so important to maintain the aspect of a person's life in order is the finances. I gave you this little handout because this, I want to give a lesson to my students. Know your money. And it's very important that you know your money. Money is a numerical form of communication. Money is inevitable. It has consequences, it involves error, and it is irreversible. And that's what I'm telling you about ATM, credit scores, and stuff like that. We have an intimate relationship with money. We have it, we deal with it all the time. We keep secrets from our family, our husband, friends, when it comes to finances. And we have a very strong relationship with money, and money makes the world go round. It is nonverbal and it's verbal. Nonverbal meaning it doesn't speak, but verbally it speaks volumes. Without money, we could not have our program. So I'm gonna give you and help you understand the relationship with your money. And we're gonna start with the $20 bill. It's safety fit. The first thing you need to know is your money, because back in the day, people used to cut off the numbers and replace the numbers to make the bill value higher. So if you know your face on your bill, then you'll understand what bill you're dealing with. I picked the $20 bill because it is the most common used circulated bill in the United States, and is the most counterfeit bill. Okay? It's the most counterfeit bill. Yeah, ask taxi cab drivers, they get a lot of bad $20 bills. Okay? I have a couple that I'm gonna pass around. And I do have the serial number.